Hello, Marrickville Public School, Mr. Forbes here, and I just wanted to take a moment to talk about our Google accounts that we use to sign into programs like Classroom, and especially if you're working on a shared device at home, so you might have multiple children working on one device, or you might be sharing your device with your children as they are completing their learning from home. And so I just want to draw your attention to the top right here. So you can see my account here, my Google account, and that's my personal account, and then there's my profile up in the top up here. Now, profiles you don't need to change. Anyone can be signed in with a profile, and your profile just tracks certain data and keeps a consistent user experience. So for example, across my phone and my iPad and my computer browsers, when I'm signed in, all of my profile comes with me. So I can access different tabs that I have open on different devices. It keeps my search history, and all of my extensions across the top here remain the same as well. So even though I'm signed in with my personal account here, my Wayne Peter Forbes at Gmail account in my browser, that creates a certain profile for me here. What I can do is in the second window down here, I can actually add multiple accounts that will that I can use under a single user profile. So this is my main user profile, and I want that to remain the same. But what we can do is we can add different accounts in here. So if I were to try to sign into a school account with this personal Gmail account, it wouldn't work because it's not an education account. And all we have to do in here, there's a couple of options. We can either sign out of this account if you've got multiple people coming on, but one of the better ways that we can do it is to add another account in here. And then our school accounts are just our first name dot last name with any numbers. So for example, mine is wayne.forbes5 at education.nsw.gov.au. And so that will enable me to access all of my education accounts. And you can see I've got my pre-filled data here. So when we are in, so my pre-filled data comes from my profile. I've had that saved in my profile. So you can see here, this one is just first name dot last name with the number. So mine's Wayne.Forbes5. There's no suffix required here. So you don't need at education here. And then it's just your child's school password. So not any other password, not your password, not your Gmail password, not your work password. It's your student's username and password in here. And then we can log on, but I've had to update my password. There we are. And so that will log on, and what you'll see, we just got to verify that this is my account. So just double check that the name that's coming through there is correct, and then we continue. And now you'll see that even though my home account is up here in my profile, that's still my Wayne Peter Forbes, down here you can see now that I've got my different accounts, and I can switch between accounts just by clicking on them. So I come up here and I can switch between my accounts. So for example, I've got my work account here, which is my education one. I've got my personal account here, and while I was at university I had another account on here, and I could swap between the three of them depending on which service I wanted to use. So if you've got students at home as well, what you might do is add another account in here, and then you could have your first name dot last name 2 at education.nsw.gov.au, and you could follow those prompts, and you can have 5, 6, 7 accounts sitting in there under one user profile up there. I hope that removes any traumas that you had. Happy learning from home.